Hi, welcome to day 20 of the Intentions Challenge. Today we're going to be hopping into a very creative, spicy, challenging Vinyasa flow filled with fun and funky transitions as well as quite a few arm balances. I'm really excited for this one, so you can make your way down on your mat and we will get started shortly. You do not need any props for this class, but of course blocks can be really helpful, especially if you're a little bit newer to arm balances. It's always nice to have them nearby and you can use them underneath your hands or even to help your feet up at your own discretion, because I won't have the time to guide the props. But yeah, if you're used to using them, please do. And then before we get started, please remember to subscribe. It really supports my channel. And if you would still like a chance to win this yoga mat, then you can click in the link above somewhere over here or the one in the description down below to sign up. There's only 3 days left with this one included, so definitely don't wait on that. All right, we're going to get started in child's pose on the mat. So making your way there with the knees apart, the big toes together. And then let's rest the forehead down. And let's immediately start to activate the child's pose and breathe deeply in and out through the nose, engaging your ujjayi breath. So restricting the back of your throat to make the breath audible. If you feel like you're a little bit tense or you're holding on to some tension from the week, you can take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, just to encourage your body to let go of anything you need to let go of and to become more present. And before we start to move, now is the perfect time to set an intention for your practice. Since it's going to be challenging, maybe you want to set yourself the intention of pushing yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone or being determined, not giving up. Maybe it's to be gentle with yourself. Whatever resonates with you today. Just making sure that the intention you set always comes from a place of love for yourself and compassion. And let's take 3 more breaths here, reaching actively through the fingertips, pulling the hips back. And then let's just walk both hands over to the right, stretching out the left side body. As you breathe in, let's walk the hands back through center. And then exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Next inhale, let's come back up through center. And then you can walk your hands all the way back to the feet. Let's tuck the toes, sit on the heels. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms above the head. Side bend to the right, maybe the right hand holds the left wrist. Inhale, come back up through center. Left hand holds the right wrist, side bend to the left. Let's come back up through center, interlacing the fingertips. Let's press the palms of the hands away, separate the shoulder blades, and maybe bring your chin into your chest. Leaning back, straightening the arms. And next inhale, let's straighten the spine. Try to pull your arms behind your ears. And then exhale, release. Let's come into tabletop. And you can turn your fingers out to the sides. Let's just take a moment to circle over the wrists or just move your body side to side. And then let's slowly make our way back through center. You can turn your hands so that they're facing the top of the mat. Right arm reaches up, breathe in. Exhale, let's thread the needle, come onto your right shoulder, right side of the head. Left arm reaches forward. 1 full breath here. Now let's extend the left leg back, and we're going to end up side bending over the left leg. So maybe leading with your left arm, let's reach the left arm up, push off the right arm, and then side bend over the left leg. 1 full breath here. As you breathe out, cartwheel your hands down. Make sure you plant your left toes. Right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, let's step the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee. Reach the arms up high, Anjaneyasana. One breath here. And on your exhale, half splits, airplane wings. 3 breaths just to get that nice deep hamstring stretch. Now let's untuck the left toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Make sure you're standing on your left knee. The arms can be wherever you need for balance. Let's see if we can lift that right leg for 5. 4, you can always bend your right knee if that's easier for you. For 2. And 1, drop the right foot, stand up tall, left knee into the chest. Exhale, figure 4. For 3. Squeezing navel in, remembering to lengthen your spine and pull the shoulders back and down. Next, inhale, stand up tall, kick your left leg out. Exhale, high plank, step back. Let's drop the knees down on the mat. Let's take a few rounds of cat and cow, breathing in, dropping the belly, and then exhaling to round the spine. A few more, breathing in to pull the chest through. Exhaling to round the back. One more here. On your next inhale, let's come back to a neutral spine. Left arm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, drop your left shoulder, left side of the head. Right arm extends towards the top of the mat. 1 deep breath here. And then let's go ahead and extend the right leg back. Now, let's lead with the right arm, push off your left arm, and then side bend over the right leg. 1 deep breath. And then exhale, let's cartwheel the hands back down to the mat. Tuck the right toes, send the left leg back and up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands, drop the right knee, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. 1 more deep breath in. And then exhale, let's pull the hips back and up, let's hold. From here, let's untuck the right toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Arms can be wherever you need for balance. And let's lift the left leg. Hold. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core. For 3, keep a point of focus. That's not moving in front of you. 2. And 1, drop your left foot. Kick off the right leg. Right knee into the chest, stand up tall. Exhale, figure 4. 3 breaths, sinking down low. And next, inhale, stand up tall, kick the right leg out. Exhale, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's look between the hands. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, hips almost touch the heels. And then step or float, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain rise. Let's cactus the arms. Exhale, press the hips forward, open up the chest. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more like that. Inhale, come high on the toes. Look past your hands or in between. Bend the knees, step or float. Halfway lift. Really try to get some air. Exhale to fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, cactus the arms. Press the hips forward. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump. Chaturanga. Breathe in your downward facing dog. Breathe out. Last time, inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let's plant the hands, crow pose. Bring your knees somewhere between your elbows and your shoulders. And let's hold for 5. Rounding the spine, lifting your energy up. 4, 3, 2, and then step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. We're just going to stretch out the wrists, sliding the hands underneath the feet. Palms are connected to the soles of the feet. And you can just massage your toes, wiggling them, pressing them down into the wrist creases. Now as you breathe in, let's lengthen the spine, straighten the arms. Exhale, let's pull the elbows towards the shins. So not out to the sides, but rather towards your legs. And you can relax your head. One more breath here. And then one hand at a time, let's remove them from underneath the feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Let's walk the hands into high plank, chaturanga. Now on your next inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Send it back, three-legged dog, or knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Pause. Let's extend the right leg out, left arm reaches up, and let's try to lift the right foot off the mat for 3. Lift up higher, 2. And 1, bend your right knee, drop the left hand. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands, crescent lunge, rise up. Now let's cactus the arms, open up the heart, maybe come onto your right toes and hold. Next inhale, big step forward, warrior 3, reach your arms forward. And then let's bring the hands to the heart space. Left foot steps beside the right, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, let's twist to the right. I'll just turn around so that you can see. We're twisting to the right, and then we have the option of either staying here or going down into side crow. So bringing both hands on the right side of your mat. Index fingers are parallel. Make sure they're not too close to you. A little bit further away. Let's lift the hips and then bend your elbows a lot. You really need to bring your chest very low. Right elbow can support the right hip, or you can also have it not underneath the right hip. Okay, and then let's come back to chair. Inhale here, exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. On your next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Send it back, inhale. Knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Let's extend the left leg out, fallen star, maybe keeping the left leg in the air for 3, 2, and 1. Rebend your left knee, plant the right hand. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. And then let's cactus the arms, dip the right knee, and maybe lift your left heel. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, let's drop the left heel, kick forward, warrior 3. Exhale, hands come to the heart space, right foot steps beside the left, keep your knees bent, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Either stay here, work on deepening your twist, or let's bring the hips down to the heels, hands on the floor beside your mat, and then let's slowly lift the hips, bend the elbows, come into side crow. Pressing all 10 fingertips down into the mat. From there, let's come back to chair. Exhale, fold forward. Deep breath in, halfway lift. And then exhale, let's fold a little deeper, maybe wrapping the hands around the ankles for 5. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. All right, let's take 3 breaths here in downward facing dog. Reconnecting to your intention, to your breath. Now on your next inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Send it back. Now exhale, right knee, left elbow. Option to connect the right knee to the left elbow. Bend your elbows, connect your right elbow to your right hip. And then maybe lift your left leg off the mat. From here, see if you can bring your knees together. And then drop the feet down. Come into chair pose facing the long side of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now let's heel toe the feet apart, Malasana. Okay, let's take a few breaths here, just growing nice and tall through the crown of the head, separating the shoulders wide. From here, we're going to sit down on the mat. You can use the help of your hands, and let's extend the legs out to the sides. Now we're going to extend them slightly to the right, so not exactly parallel to the middle of the mat, slightly 45 degrees off to the right. Left hand comes behind your left hip. As you breathe in, let's swoop the right arm up. Fallen star, lift the hips. And hold. On your next exhale, the right hand comes back down. Now both of your hands are at the back of the mat. 3-legged dog, left leg rises. Exhale, bend your left knee, open up the hip. Let's make our way into wild thing. From here, let's sit down. We're going to cross the left foot over the right leg. Bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to the left. And maybe extending the right arm if that feels better, or keeping it bent. Now let's unwind. Right hand comes behind you. Let's uncross the feet. Left hand holds the outer blade of the right foot. Think of going into reverse tabletop. Let's press into the left leg, lift the hips, and then try to lift them as high as you can. From here, let's bend the right knee, cross the right ankle over the left knee, pivot the hips. Left hand comes back down on the mat, so you're in a downward facing dog. And then release the right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you breathe in, let's come into high plank, chaturanga. All right, let's take that on the other side. I'm going to go slow so that you can follow along because I know that the transitions are a little bit out of the ordinary. So left leg rises. Left knee to left elbow. Send it back. Knee to nose. Send it back. Now for the arm balance, left knee to right elbow. Try to bring it up as high as possible on your right arm. Make sure your right elbow's underneath the right knee. Bend both elbows. Bring your chest nice and close to the floor so that you can easily lift your right leg. And then let's bring the legs together. Plant the feet. Chair pose facing the long side of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Heel toe your feet apart. Toes point out, heels point in. Bend the knees, malasana. From here, let's sit down. This time, both legs extend slightly to the left. Okay, so we're not directly in front of the center of the mat. Right hand comes behind you. Swoop your left arm up, fallen star. Left hand comes down to the top of the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg rises. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, wild thing. On your next exhale, let's sit down. Keep your right knee bent. Cross your right foot over your left leg. Right hand comes behind you. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to the right. And now let's unwind. Left hand comes behind you once again. Uncross the feet. Right leg stays bent. Right hand holds the outer blade of the left foot. And then let's push into the right leg. Come into kind of a reverse tabletop. Left leg is in the air. Release, come into a figure four. Left foot is crossed over the right. And then let's pivot into downward facing dog. You might have to hop your right foot back onto the mat with the legs in figure four. Left leg reaches up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. High plank, breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. All right, we're going to add on and change it up. Right leg rises, inhale. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow again for the arm balance. Let's bring both knees together. Plant the feet. Chair pose, inhale. Crow pose, exhale. Take your time. Hands are off the mat. Index fingers are parallel. From here, step your feet down, malasana. Let's sit down, both legs point to the right slightly. Inhale, fallen star. Exhale, the right hand comes back down to the mat. Three-legged dog. Bend your left knee, open up the hip. Wild thing. Breathe in. Exhale, lower the hips. Left hand comes behind you. Cross your left foot over the right leg. Right arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, unwind. Right hand comes behind you. Uncross the feet. Now let's keep the left leg a little bit further away, so not so bent. Left hand holds the outer blade of the right foot. Come into reverse tabletop. And then maybe turn your body, straighten your left leg. Come into side plank variation with the right leg extended to the top of the mat. From here, let's re-bend the right knee, cross the right ankle over the left knee, bend the left knee a lot, and then let's pivot into downward facing dog with figure 4 legs. Right leg rises. Now let's start to swing that right leg, and we're going to hop the right foot to the top of the mat, but lifting that left leg in the air. So swing, right foot steps up, left foot lands to the back of the mat. Crescent lunge, inhale. Let's cactus the arms, maybe lift that right heel. Now launch forward, warrior 3. Let's bring the hands to the heart space, left knee into the chest, stand up tall. Exhale, figure 4. You have the option of staying here or of bringing your hands down to the mat. Again, at least, I think this is 2 feet, about 40 centimeters away from your right foot to come into flying pigeon. Flexing your left toes, maybe lifting the right foot, maybe extending the right leg. And then let's make our way back to figure 4. Whew. Now right hand will hold the outer blade of the left foot. Stand up tall, extend your left leg out, twist your upper body to the left. On your next inhale, unwind. Keep your left leg in the air, both arms reach up. And then step back, high plank. Chaturanga. All right, all of that one more time on the left side. Try your best to follow along. I know it's not the easiest sequence. Left leg rises. Left knee to left elbow. I'll try to go slow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Send it back. Left knee, right elbow for the arm balance. Connect your left knee to your right elbow. Float your right leg off the mat. Bring your knees together. And then we're meeting in chair pose, facing the long side of your mat. Optional crow pose here, planting your hands maybe off the mat, and then from here, malasana, yogi squat. Let's sit down, point both of your feet 45 degrees to the left, legs are extended out, right hand comes behind you, top right corner of the mat. Inhale, fallen star. Exhale, left hand plants, 3-legged dog, right leg rises. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, wild thing. And then let's sit down. Keep the right knee bent, cross your right foot over the left, right hand comes behind you, left arm reaches up, exhale, twist to the right. Now let's unwind, left hand comes behind you, uncross the foot. Right hand holds the outer blade of the left leg. You might want to already move a little bit more over to the left. Let's lift into our reverse tabletop. And then maybe turn your body so that your body is facing the long side of your mat. Straighten your right leg. Side plank splits. From here, let's re-bend the left knee. Cross your left knee over the right knee, which is bent as well. Bend your right knee a lot. Now right hand plants top of the mat. Downward facing dog with figure 4. Release your left leg, lift it up high. Give your left leg a good swing. And then we're going to hop the left foot to the top of the mat, but right leg lifts in the air. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the left knee. And then reach forward, warrior 3. Hands to the heart space. Stand up tall, right knee into the chest. Last arm balance, cross your right ankle over the left knee, sink down low. You have the option for flying pigeon, bringing your hands down to the mat, connecting your right shin to your upper arms. Bending the elbows a lot, maybe lifting your left leg, maybe extending it back. And then slowly coming back to figure 4 in your own time. Now the left hand will hold the outer blade of the right foot. Let's stand up tall, kick the right leg out. Right arm reaches back, twist. And on your next inhale, pivot to face the top of the mat, reach the arms up. Exhale, chaturanga, step back. All right, meeting in downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Let's take another 3 breaths here. All right, we have one last option, which is to jump into a handstand to the top of the mat. Now you can also just hop to the top of the mat without a handstand, or you can even walk up to the top of the mat. All depends on how you're feeling right now. Just know that the option to play is there. So let's engage the arms, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears, squeezing the core, hollowing the lower belly. As you breathe in, let's come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, and then step, float, or walk to the top of the mat. We meet there. And meeting in a halfway lift, exhaling to fold. High mountain, rise up nice and slowly. Exhaling, let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Breathing in, open up the heart, and then breathing out, fold forward. And from here, we're going to release the bind of the hands, come all the way down to the mat, boat pose. Let's keep the knees bent, interlace your peace fingers around the big toes, and then try to pull the shoulder blades together, really straightening the spine. Let's hold here. Now from here, maybe straightening the legs for 5. From here, let's open up the legs for another 5. Again, trying to grow nice and tall. And then once again, let's bring the legs together. Let's hold the legs from the back, so from the calves or ankles. Try to bring them as close as possible to your face. And then let's see if we can let go of the legs and keep them up high for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good job. Let's come into reverse tabletop. Fingers point towards the feet. Make sure the feet are hip-width distance apart. As you breathe in, let's press into the heels, lift the hips, lift the chest. Maybe drop the head back if that feels okay in your neck. And then as you breathe out, let's rebend the knees, drop the hips. Let's keep the soles of the feet together, and then we'll reach forward actively. So each breath in, trying to reach the hands further towards the top of the mat. And keeping that engagement in the lower core, you can relax the hands down, maybe holding the feet, pulling the elbows towards your hip creases, keeping the collarbones nice and open. Now let's try to keep the feet on the floor, one vertebra at a time. Let's come all the way down to the mat. And you can relax your hands on your stomach and chest once you're there. Close the eyes. Just taking a few moments here to arrive onto the mat, to bring the energy down. Noticing the contact between the back of your body and the floor. Breathing into the openness in the hips and chest. And let's slowly bring both knees together into the chest. You can hold them, grasping opposite hand to opposite wrist or opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe rocking side to side or staying still. And for a twist, we can hold the left knee and extend the right leg long. And then right hand can guide the left knee over to the right. Now, if there's any other variation that you prefer at this moment for a twist, of course you can change it. Maybe you can straighten the left leg, or you can bring the legs back together and just keep both knees bent side by side. Anything that you think feels good right now. And here, letting go of the forcefulness of the breath, allowing it to flow naturally and just observing its effects in the lower belly and in the rest of the body. Slowly making our way back through center. And let's once again twist to the left, maybe keeping the right knee into the chest, and then left hand guides the right knee over to the left. Just making sure that you take the same variation you did on the other side. Slowly, let's come back through center, hugging the knees into the chest. And then you can go ahead and lift the forehead up to the knees, taking a deep breath in. And then hold the breath and squeeze every single muscle in your body for 3, 2, 1. And then exhale, let it all go. Savasana, extending your legs out in front of you and the arms alongside the body. Take a deep breath in, holding the breath at the top. Inhale. Hold. And exhale through the mouth, let it go. And one more deep breath in. Hold. And release. And then allow yourself to completely relax. Noticing how the body feels. If you can feel every single cell in your body buzzing with energy. From the tips of your toes all the way up the legs. In the lower belly, lower back. traveling up into the chest, middle back, upper back, shoulders. If you can feel that energy buzzing down your arms and into the palms of your hands and fingertips. And if you can feel it in the muscles in your face. And trying to relax each part of your body with each breath out. Using these last few moments lying here as a moment to be introspective, to get more and more acquainted with yourself, with your body, and exactly how you are feeling. And noticing if the idea of just sitting with yourself without having anything to do makes you uncomfortable. Or if it's easy for you to slip deeper and deeper into relaxation with each breath. And remember that any observation that you make should always be made without any judgment. It is just the way it is at the moment. It is not good or bad. But being aware of it gives you the power to make a difference, if you want to make a difference. You can stay here longer or slowly start reinviting the breath and movement back into the body. And very gently we will make our way out of Savasana and into a comfortable seat. Once you are seated, make sure to grow tall through the crown of your head, to relax all the muscles in your face and your shoulders, the palms of your hands, the hips and the legs. On your next inhale, you can reach your arms above the head. Exhaling to bring the hands back to the heart space. And I invite you to take a moment to remember the intention that you set in the beginning of the practice. To remember how you felt before, during, and now after the practice. Noticing if there have been any shifts along the way. And I invite you to find gratitude towards one thing that you feel grateful for today. And then when you're ready, you can rub your hands together. And then let's cover the eyes with the hands. And then slowly let's blink the eyes open, removing the hands away from the face. And namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. It was a challenging, fun, creative, spicy flow. So good on you if you managed to follow along. Otherwise, It is a great one to come back to. If you want to pause it along the way, feel free to do that next time and really take your time to explore, to play around. But thank you once again so much for being here. I will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.